Welcome, everybody to another. What the fuck happened to her?
I don't know what happened.
God damn, she in the sunken place tonight. Welcome, everybody to another episode of Just Talking to You. I'm your host, Big Smooth, aka the People's Champ, and I am not here alone. I am here with the crew, the infamous crew. Shay Boogie just joined us again. Crew, say what's up to our listeners, y'all.
Hello, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
Oh man, we gonna swing it on up. Hey, damn, Shay, we thought you was in a sunken place. Shit, we thought motherfucker was chasing you or something. You done dropped the phone. We thought you was in another scary movie, not another. Look at Kitty in the background. Flexing.
Listen,
Tell us
I'm
stop all that
good
goddamn
tomorrow,
flexing. We're gonna swing it up from my left to my right. Dre Day, introduce yourself and your guests behind you.
Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Dre Day, and this is my guest. This is my junior sister, Miss Kitty. Oh, you can't. Okay, I gotta get out the. Oh, yes. I don't know.
That's
I can't get out the way.
God damn, Miss Kitty looking like the Matrix and shit, man. She disappeared and god damn, she got the Matrix going on over there. Shit.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh man. We're gonna swing it on over to my girl Shay Boogie. Shay Boogie,
Right. I don't
introduce
know. I
yourself.
think it works better this way.
Hey, everybody, it's your girl Shay. I'm just rolling from picking up my son right now, so I'll be good in a few.
Shit, the way you dropped off earlier, I thought the police was chasing your ass or something, man. You had to put your phone down or something. Shit.
Listen, sir, don't judge me. I just pushed the wrong button.
Chocolate chip.
I understand. I heard that. How was y'all day today? Hey, what's y'all temperature like down there?
Wow.
It's cold. It was cold and raining.
What was it?
Oh,
earlier?
God. Oh, my God. It was cold and rainy.
It's 46 degrees right now.
But what was it earlier?
Earlier, it was in 40s. Like, there was like 50 something.
It's been cold all day.
I think 40's cold for y'all, but it's been 40's up here. It was like 49, 48 degrees today up here and everything. Last night we had a night frost. Frost and everything. So it was all bad. I'm telling you, it was all bad.
Listen, I don't like these signs of winter. It ain't never dropped like this fast.
Yeah.
At all.
Man.
But you know what? Halloween. There were a few years where it was real cold on Halloween. And this year, I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't horrible.
No.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. But shoot, then Mother Nature came through like bam, bam, bam. Here I am.
Right,
all
like
that
it's
rain this morning.
She came through swinging like a mug, boy. Hey, I've been on call at my job. I was the on-call manager for the last 8 days. So I had pretty good weather. I had no outages, no storms. I was pretty good. Now, supposed to have good weather coming up. Weekend supposed to be a little warmer, probably like in the 70s. But this that old tricky, crazy weather that'll get you sick and everything, man. This that old crazy, tricky weather that'll just take you under for a little bit, but it's gonna let you back up and everything. But that's how crazy it is, y'all. Hey, man. Oh, shout out to our crew members that are not here today. Words of wisdom. Who else? Nene, boy, she got more jobs than a Mexican boy. I'm telling you.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nene,
proud of
them. Nene about them coins, man. So
yes, man. Yes, sir.
I heard you say yes, ma'am, bastard.
I know.
I heard you say that, but Nay about getting them coins together. So I'm not mad at Nay about her coinage. Like her coinage. Who else? Miss Toya. I ain't talked to Miss Toya in a while. I gotta check on her, man, see how she's doing and everything. I know she wasn't feeling good. Chris Dorian. I spoke to my brother last night briefly and everything. He's decent and everything, and Philly was Philly D. He was gonna be on tonight, but he had a couple things that was going on in the household with the fam and everything. So, hey, it's just us, me, Dre Day, and Shay Boogie. It's just
Whoop,
us,
whoop.
man. Hey, it's just us,
That's,
man.
that's
It's
always
okay.
a party. That's all right. Hey, doggy.
Always.
Man, little dog. That little dog just about got hit.
Hey, man, you go hit him anyway, man. Hey, I got.
That big cat, I couldn't miss that dog. Dog was
Hey,
huge. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, my
hey,
bad.
oh man, you good, Shay Boogie? You good, man? Hey, we gotta go on. We gotta talk about a couple things. Just a few things, and then we gonna slide up out of here. We ain't gonna even keep you that long today, but we gonna just share with y'all something that's on our mind. First of all, we talk about some Netflix employees walked out due to transgender jokes Dave Chappelle's comedy special, The Closer, had. Will cancel culture get Dave Chappelle? What y'all think, man? About that? Did you first of all, did you guys see the Dave Chappelle Netflix special?
Come here.
I did.
Hey,
and
man,
I enjoyed it.
I thought it was a very good. Hey, Dave Chappelle did an amazing job.
He did. I enjoyed the show. But here's the thing. He led with the joke was dedicated to his friend because that was the type of relationship him and his friend had, and she could appreciate the joke, right?
Right.
So I didn't think it was that bad.
It wasn't.
Really. And a lot of them make fun of us. So I thought, jokes was to enjoy each other, laugh, learn, whatever. I didn't have a problem with it. And I've even talked to some in the community, and they really didn't have a problem with it. I think sometimes we can be overly sensitive and just ready to cancel because we just, feeling some type of way about it. But sometimes you just gotta let a joke be a joke.
That's it, man. Whatever happened to us laughing at each other, laughing at ourselves? Whatever happened to that, man? Well, good old fashioned laughter.
Right.
We went away from that, man. We can't even. The way society is so much right now is we can't even laugh at. We can't laugh at ourselves, man. We can't laugh at nothing, no jokes, no nothing. We are a too serious society, man. You go back to the comedians like Paul Mooney. Mooney was one, for example, man. Go back to Pryor. Hey, go back to Fox. Go back to Red Fox, man. Go back to Eddie Murphy. They didn't care what. Hey, they said whatever came up on their mind and everything, man.
But see, you naming people in our community. Name some folks in their community like Andrew Dice K or Lisa LaPalute, whatever her last name is. I mean, blatantly, outright, telling jokes about transgender, gays, black people, but they didn't get canceled.
Hey, Lopez do the same thing. Lopez tell jokes like that too. They got quite a few comedians of other ethnicities that talk about gay, lesbian, transgender community and everything. And you even got some gay, lesbian, transgender comedians that talk about it.
Right.
Now, what you think, Dre?
Okay. So watched it, and I didn't think that anything that he said when it came to transgender people was bad. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like you don't get to tell people what's hurtful to them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I also know that there are certain communities out here that don't like people being critical of them.
Mm-hmm.
So, and another thing that I've kind of seen is that there are people who are speaking on the episode who have not fully watched the episode.
That part, Dre. That part.
Yes.
And I think it can only be fair, especially if you want to cancel someone.
Mm-hmm.
You need to see it all. You need to see
Right.
exactly what you're canceling. Don't be like, oh, we need to cancel him, and you ain't even really heard what he said with your own ears.
And this is people who work at Netflix, who work in the building, who want to take his posters down, but you haven't even watched it. So how are you making all these demands, and yet you haven't even watched what you upset about?
Exactly. You
Watch
letting
it
somebody
all.
else charge you up.
Yep.
Right.
Haven't even watched it at all.
And I think they going off his past, his past stand-ups, but I appreciate
But even in
his
his past,
comedy.
stand-ups, I don't think he said anything that was
Overly the top.
right.
Yeah.
What I've heard a lot of people say was, well, your words give power to people who will take that and they'll hurt us. Those
Right.
people's gonna hurt you anyway.
Right.
And Dave Chappelle, this special was not a catalyst at all. You're saying that all of a sudden that put hatred in people's heart, and it didn't. That hatred's been there. And so you can't
And
blame this dude.
No, and he even said at the beginning, I may make somebody mad or whatever he said. And whatever he said, it was true, because at the end of the day, people did get upset over what? It's jokes. It's not meant to, like you said, get people up in arms. It's not meant to, cause all this ruckus.
Mm-hmm.
It was a show. It was a joke that he said his friend would appreciate. Period.
And
like y'all
the
said,
joke was
some
funny
people
as
just
hell too.
sensitive. It was.
The joke was funny as hell too. I gotta admit. But you sit back and you think, look at I'm gonna tell you who another one. And she is from the gay the LGBT community, Wanda Sykes.
Yeah.
Wanda, hey, she says any damn thing. She says any damn thing, man, and she don't care
At all.
She don't care. She don't give two damn fucks, man. People love going seeing her, man.
So do you only get a pass if you in the community? I don't.
You should. I mean, hell, I'm gonna tell you another one, and then we could just talk about the past. But when I was I was watching, I listened to Laugh Out Loud Network when all the comedians come on. It's an Asian comedian. Her name is what is this chick's name? Her name is God. Margaret Cho.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
God, man, that lady funny as hell, boy. And she is a lesbian comedian, man. She is funny as hell, man. I listen to her. I'm like, man, I gotta go look up some YouTubes on her because she did they only play probably like a 3 or 4 minute little piece of their jokes and stuff, but she funny as hell. So
yes, she is.
I mean, God, what? I guess my thing is, why are we just getting to that point that we just go scrutinize whatever people say and everything? What about, because at the end of the day, it's nothing personal. It's a joke. It's supposed to be meant for comedy. And I heard one comedian said, you don't know why if this person spent their last $50 or $75 to come see you, they could have been having a horrible day. They could have been contemplating suicide. They may have needed to come in and get that laugh.
Mm-hmm.
That may help turn their day around. And see, that's the thing. You don't know why people are going to these comedy shows, where they at in life. You don't know what they're coming from. So that's why a lot of the comedians got off hecklers, because back in the day, comedians used to just love hecklers. And the reason why they got on hecklers, what I've heard a lot of the big comedians say, is they don't have material. So that they base their whole routine off somebody saying something in the crowd, heckling and stuff, and going from there and everything. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I don't think that.
Now you saying it's just jokes, but would we tolerate somebody getting on stage, somebody who was not black, getting on stage and making a whole bunch of commentary about black people?
But they do.
They
That's-
do. They do. I'm not saying that they don't. Would we accept that and be like, oh, that's cool?
I would because if you know every black comedian that then got on stage, they said, "Let me tell you about white people. These white people, hey, always got something like, hey, tell you about
True.
black people and white people. Black people, boy, when we see, when they start shooting, we take off, run the opposite way. White people be running to where they at, they be like, oh, they're shooting, and hitting them upside the head. But I mean, that's just some of the things that we talk about and everything in our culture and everything. Because hey, every time you hear some of the best of them. You hear Chris Rock, you hear Chappelle. I mean, you hear all of them talk about and tell you about a white person. And when I hear the white people up there saying that, I don't even get offended because at the end of the day, it's just jokes. It's there to make you laugh. And if you sit back and take the personal out of it, a lot of the shit is pretty funny, man. I'm just gonna be honest with you. A lot of it is pretty damn funny.
Okay, I think I know what Dre was saying. Like, what if it was, let's say, Gary Owens? Don't we give him a lot of passes?
Why do we give Gary Owens a pass? Because he was married to a black woman?
Yeah.
That's why we give him a pass.
Is that why we give him a pass?
Yep. But as long
But he's
as
not married to her now. They're going through a divorce. So do we revoke his pass?
Yep. I mean, as long as we've seen Gary Owens, I have yet to hear him say the N word.
No.
I have heard him say it in one of his stand-ups. But I think he was talking about his wife saying it. But he did say it.
But when he said it, he said that GGA instead of GGER, right?
Probably.
Yeah. But I mean, it just goes to show you, I wouldn't have no problem. I wouldn't have no problem with you sit back and you think I wouldn't have no problem with nobody saying that, because you look back in the day, George Jefferson was notorious for saying the word honky, man. And then you look at Archie Bunker. Archie Bunker said nigga. So I mean, this is where we transpire. I mean, this is where we came from, man. And this was on publicly syndicated shows. So you think about if Archie Bunker and George Jefferson was around now, oh my God. You talk about, you thought this Dave Chappelle incident was crazy, man. But if
they'd have a field day.
Man. Hey, the media would have a field day calling Archie Bunker. So I'm gonna call it the government name, Carl O'Connor and Sherman Helmsley, aka George Jefferson and Archie Bunker. They'll have a field day with them guys this day, man. They'll be dragging them through the mud and everything, man.
Yeah, that's true.
And
do we play it safe now as comedians? Like, do they all have to be censored?
I think that's what took a lot of the flair out, the funny of the comedian. Playing it safe and everything, because some of your good comedians was risk takers. You got to sit back and think. A lot of your good comedians were risk takers.
Mm-hmm.
They went out there and they just took risks, and hell, they hit home runs with those risks.
Yeah,
they hit home runs with those risks. They were risk takers and everything.
But you also had an audience that, because being a comedian is knowing your audience too.
Right.
And in the 70s, 80s, 90s, you had comedians who had an audience that really wasn't really fucked up about nothing.
They wasn't.
You know.
Well, and too, when you did comedy, you like you said, knew your audience, but sometimes it was an all black audience, an all white audience, and you knew which comedy to do for which audience. You had your white stand-up and you had your black stand-up. because you had to do it that way in order to be able to play in those arenas.
So let me ask you this: do you think it was the Sanford and Son? I'm gonna throw one out there. Sanford and Son. Do you think they're because back then they had live audiences too? There was live audiences out there. Do you think that they're compared to Archie All in the Family? Do you think that All in the Family live audience was a mixture of black and white, or we can automatically assume that Sanford and Son their live audience was predominantly black, based off the genre and everything, but they had a nice amount of mixture in the Sanford and Son live audience because Red Fox was he was married to Asians and he mingled with different ethnicities and everything with that Sanford and Son genre, and you just be surprised how many people then Richard Pryor and Paul Mooney were writers. They were the forerunners. They were the forerunners for Sanford and Son. So they wrote a lot of the stuff that that Red Fox and them and that the show entailed. So then you look at All in the Family with Bunker, and I think the majority of his crowd was African American, but that's just me. I don't know the hard facts behind it, but a lot of black or a lot of African Americans came up watching Archie Bunker and All in the Family.
Well, I mean, that was probably the primary TV show, right? I mean, it wasn't like we had back then where we had Good Times. I mean, most of the shows were primarily black, so we was gonna watch it.
I mean, I ain't gonna say all the shows was black. We watched we watched Andy Griffith going. Did you watch?
No, but
Andy Griffith?
saying most of the shows that we watched were white, so
yeah,
we didn't have a choice. You know, it was very few black television shows in those days.
Right.
Yeah. So it was we had our fair share of just looking around and seeing what we saw and everything. But I think that those employees that walked out of Netflix, I think they should just go, man. I mean, because we always talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion and everything. So we're real big. We talk about this all the time. But then once we want everybody to be equal, feel comfortable, feel the same. But once we make a joke about a different group or a different genre of people, we get criticized and everything. I mean, we want that everybody want to be equal, diversity, equity, and inclusion. So and companies spend millions and millions of dollars to promote their diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. So that's my little 2 cents on it, man. What y'all think, man? I mean,
it's kind of true though. What's that saying? Everybody's good until you have to be white or something like that. Whatever. I just think that
I don't know. You were saying everybody's good.
Saying. I forget the saying, but everybody's good. Everybody's something till you got to be white. Meaning that everything is okay until, like you said, Smooth, that until they pick on you. Then it's okay, I'm gay, I'm trans, you can't be saying stuff like that. But this person over here said it and you didn't have a problem. To me, I mean, I see where we all want inclusion, but sometimes I think they force it just a little too much. It goes a little too far. We don't need all of that. Everybody, let's just calm down. We are humans at the end of the day, till we have to be, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Absolutely. I just think it could go too far.
Absolutely.
It was a dedication in his way to his friend. Let him have that moment. It was a moment. Let him have it. And he already said, yeah.
And the friend's family didn't have nothing to do about it. They completely and wholeheartedly endorsed Dave Chappelle, endorsed the special. Even the daughter, endorsed it, and And some of the proceeds from this, and see, people didn't realize some of the proceeds from this stand-up comedy is going to go to the went to the daughter and everything. So they didn't know that.
Of course not. Of course not.
They didn't know that at all. And now and we're gonna segue out away from this, but did anybody from the LGBT community give the daughter something?
Oh, oh, don't throw the smoke on them like that.
I'm just saying, Chappelle have a majority of Chappelle stand up. Hey, go ahead, say Boogie.
Actually, as he pointed out, because of the criticism that she received, let me not say that. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to say that. Go ahead. Never mind.
I'm finna segue into something else.
Yeah.
What we see.
Let me not.
Dre Day, did you want to say something before we segue?
No, I'm good.
She like, shit, I want my damn job tomorrow. God damn it.
I don't want to be cancel cultured. Let me
not say that.
Hey man, that is too
I don't know. I just feel like we should be able to have different voices out there without people getting mad.
Bingo. You said it best. That's a big summation of it. We should have them different voices out there without people getting mad.
I got to live every day knowing that there's folks out there spewing hate about me as a Black woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I still have to
Black
make it through every day.
A woman, period. Yes.
Now, right or wrong, I'm sure there'll be somebody. I'm not saying that we should let it happen just because it happens to one group. But understand you can't stop it. Canceling people it's not going to make them stop. Or trying to cancel people is not going to make them stop. Because your philosophy is, well, we'll hit them in the pockets and they'll change their ways. Not necessarily. They might double down on you. And where you didn't have an enemy in the beginning, you tried to cancel them because they disagreed with you.
Right.
Now, and so you call yourself hitting them in the pockets. You're trying to take away their livelihood. That may be the point where you actually make an enemy.
Big time. Big time. Man. All right. Squid Games. That's just so popular. Squid Games is the popular Netflix show, man.
That's my show.
Squid Games started a cryptocurrency of the same name and wound up being a scam, taking lots of people's money. Do you invest in cryptocurrency? And if not, what would you invest in? But what do you think about that? The scam. Two things. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, as a Black person, you don't mess with two things. You don't mess with my family or my money.
Right.
Hey, that's what we say.
Right.
Don't mess with my money or my family. Hey, them the two things that is completely off limits, man. And oh man, if I would, the cryptocurrency thing, man, investing in it, man, I figure it's just like the stock market, man. You gotta know when to jump in and when to jump out.
But why would you invest in, quote, cryptocurrency named after a TV show?
Because everybody is so infatuated with this damn show. This is the most popular show on Netflix. No, probably one of the most popular shows on TV.
It's a good show.
Squid Games have taken over the world.
It sure did. Halloween costumes already out.
Yes.
And this and that.
Oh my God. It took over the world.
I have enough sense to know I am not finna invest in no cryptocurrency named after a TV show.
Because they think the show has something to do with it, and people invested millions, man, and they figured out they were scammed.
I just don't understand. Like, I did not buy Dogecoin because the little mascot is a dog. I don't trust that. I don't trust cryptocurrency yet. because no one has been able to explain it to me
Right.
correctly. I do not understand, how do I spend this? How do I, so it's imaginary. You mean I can't touch it?
Right.
You know,
And
it,
the crazy thing about that, the person who probably created this Squid Games crypto scam thing, probably a little, and I'm being biased. I'm throwing out just I'm throwing out I'm being a bias. I'm throwing out biases. Little Asian kid over in the Far East in the basement. The skank came up with a plan, created different type of firewalls that you cannot track him who he set it up, and the money started coming in, and he's like, whoa. He then transferred it to an offshore account, and boom, he's living a good life. Now he's coming out, he goes from living in the basement to a little penthouse over there or something, traveling the world and everything. Because he didn't got people.
He won the Squid Game, huh?
that's it.
He is the big winner of the Squid Game.
Listen, if people invested like that without doing their research, don't he deserve to win?
That's how I feel.
I feel like this, man. If you don't do your research, hey, if you win, you get the W, man. I mean, people, hey, you got an option to do your research and everything. A lot of people don't do their research and everything, and that's how they get stuck, man. I'm gonna tell you something. What I do, guys. I got my own YouTube channel, the Central Illinois Scratcher. Scratch coins. This is my scratch coin I got right here. Scratch coin, scratch off coin. I went and I scratched off the coin, scratched off a lottery ticket. $500 winner.
Nice.
And I posted it on the video, and I say, here's my coin. That just went haywire. People inboxing me, emailing me. They want coins. I send out at least 5 orders every day. People want coins.
Wow.
And the coin, I sell the coins $25 a piece, and that includes first class shipping. And you think about it. I mean, I went through almost 100 some coins, and I'm gonna have to turn back around and probably re-up and order some more coins, because it's getting near the holiday season. You can give one of your family members a nice commemorative, big old thick scratch off coin. People get tired of scratching with nickels, dimes, and pennies. They can scratch with the coin. Give them that and probably a lottery ticket. Me personally, I wouldn't buy nobody no lottery ticket, because now it's a gift. So you buy them that $10 ticket and they scratch off $1 million, you're gonna be pissed. You don't want half of it.
Right.
You don't want, hey, Shay, if you bought your sister over in Arizona, you bought her, say, here, baby, here's your Merry Christmas. Bought a coin and gave her a scratch off ticket. She scratches off $1 million. Do you feel you're entitled to some of it?
No. I ain't gonna lie though, I'm gonna be jealous, and I'm gonna be kicking myself in my head, and I'm gonna hope that as my sister, she would give me some of that, which she probably would, but I gave it away. So I'm gonna just have to be mature enough to suck that up.
Shit, I'm gonna be mad.
I'm gonna be mad as hell. Because I'm like, of all the times to be lucky and touch something, this is the time. Like, come on, fool. But I can't be mad because I gave it to her. You don't never part with money. You can't afford to lose, whatever the saying is. I'm horrible with saying it, but that's all it is.
But you know what? This is the thing, though. And when we talk about doing your research on stuff, so I posted it, and a couple people bought it. One guy bought it. He bought a $3 scratch off, a $3 crossword scratch off. He won $10,000 on a $3 scratch off, and he posted it on his page and on the lottery group page that they got, and people just start buying them. And then the crazy thing about people start winning $1,000, $500, $2,500. I mean, 5, 7, 8 people then bought the coin and got scratch off tickets. They had to go to the lottery office and file a claim. And a lot of $500, $200, $100, $400 winners and everything. So people been just like, okay. So it was a guy that I read one of the posts. The coin's not lucky, you guys. It's just your turn to hit. And
Right.
He was just saying the coin is not lucky because everybody's saying I got my lucky coin in the mail and I won this and I won that. So now they getting people the preconceived notion like, oh, this coin is lucky. But it's about odds. It's about getting a ticket, buying a ticket, been at the right place at the right time, buying a ticket. Because everybody that scratched off $1 million, they were just at the right place at the right time. Ain't no telling how much money they spent prior to that ticket, prior to buying that one ticket. They may have been playing lottery for 15, 20 years and lost hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Right.
So, I mean, doing the research, man. So, people send me emails about, tell me more about the coin and I said, go to my YouTube page and you can see what we do, the purpose of the coin and everything and this. But like you said, Dre, you got to do your research when you go invest in things and everything. So, word of mouth is dangerous, man. It can be used as a gift and a curse.
Yep. But society today is so we want it now and we want to hustle so we don't have to work, that we'll look to anything to be a symbol of, getting rich quick schemes or whatever. So not saying that you are, but
Hey,
the way they, I
wait a
got
minute.
my this, I got my this,
Wait a minute, damn
hyping
it.
it up like that. They just, it's a hustle.
Wait a minute, damn it. Y'all ain't bought no coin from me yet.
Because I don't play the lottery.
I don't do the lottery.
You know one lousy, funky ass person down in Texas that buy scratch offs. Both of you helpers do. So don't go there. Don't go there.
So what's the point?
Gotta be all.
I'm so confused.
That means you purchase a coin and give it away as a gift.
Oh, okay.
Get your ass on with that. Some motherfucker just maybe just.
Wait, is this thing on testing? Didn't hear.
I was confused.
I froze a little. Wait.
Now, if you would have said, hey, can you support your boy in his endeavors? I'd have been like, for sure.
Hey, can you support your boy and buy 3 coins?
3 coins?
Testing, is this thing on? Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Hey,
testing.
Hey,
I can't hear you.
Hey, what is the saying? Hey, what is the saying? Closed mouths don't get fed.
That's it. That's it.
Let your request be made known.
That's it.
Let it be made known. Hey, man. Hey, a couple more things, then we're going to slide up out of here tonight, man. Real quick. Would you let your 20-year-old son or daughter date a 40-year-old man or female? 20. Would you let them date somebody double their age?
Well, let me ask you this first and foremost.
Give it to me, Dre Day.
When your adult child is 20 years old, how do you stop them from dating anyone?
You can't.
You cannot. And I'm telling you this because I literally had this conversation like a few days ago because y'all know how old I am.
Mm-hmm. You're 28. Go ahead.
That's right. And my gentleman, he is 30.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 2 children by a woman that's my age.
Right.
So when they had kids, the spread was 20-40.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that. Yeah,
right.
It was 20-40. That was the spread. Or 20, it wasn't 20-40. It was like 20,
36,
35, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
40,
so
15, 37.
Right.
45, 47.
And he told me that, his mom was like, you need to quit dating her and you need to quit la 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 la. And he was like, how you gonna stop me? Yeah, I mean, that's ugly to say to your mom, but when she's actively trying to break you up, of course. So my question was, how do you at that point, especially if they're not living at home,
Right.
how you can't stop that. Now I can say to you, hey, this is I might be able to, if the person is horrible, then I'm gonna come tell you, hey, that's a horrible person. Nothing to do with their age.
Right.
Like, that's just a horrible person, and that person is trash. But as long as it wasn't somebody who came along and was grooming my child, like that one situation,
like a coach or a mentor or something.
right?
No, like that man just married his 18-year-old goddaughter.
Right. Now he groomed her.
Oh, for years.
Or Kelly shit. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
But then even in that instance, if I didn't catch that, before my child became an adult, then what am I supposed to do about it now? Other than be like, how did I miss this? How did I miss, my homegirl, looking at my son in this manner?
Right.
So there's really nothing you can do. But if they ask my opinion, I'm surely gonna give it.
Man, that's just like you 40, I'm 40, and one of Dave, his little one of his little home girls, 20, and she say, and this is like his BFF, like me and Dre Day is. But Dave, little friend, say, Dave, I'm attracted to your dad, and this is and this is a scenario of me and Vanessa ain't married, and and she just come up to me and she catch me out. I wouldn't even feel right even talking to her, entertaining her, as much as I couldn't do that, man. And 40 years, that 20-year-old gap, I just couldn't do. I wouldn't be able to do my son like that. And then again, I'll turn around. That's just like my son see one of my homegirls and say, Dad, she's sexy, man, and this, that, and the third. I would say, son, you are not ready. You don't want to put yourself in a situation that you can't get out of. You don't want to put yourself in an entanglement because that 40-year-old woman, God damn, Shay, what the fuck is wrong with her shit, man? Did she pay her internet bill this month?
She did.
God damn.
And if she didn't, why didn't you pay it for her? Hallelujah.
Hey, I'm keeping the lights on with just talking to you. So get your ass out of here, motherfucker. You stay down there with you. You could let her came over your house till she paid the internet. Shit. Okay.
I didn't pay. My internet is fine. I don't know what happened. Shut up. It's froze.
And she is welcome to come over.
Hey.
Right.
You know what we talking about. I was talking about. Hey, but like I said, I would tell my son, you don't want to get entangled in that, man. That's a situation that you are not able to handle, man, because that 40-year-old woman got some life experiences underneath her belt that you may not be ready for, son. And I'm
okay.
I'm not gonna be able to tell Dave what he can or cannot do. I can just impart on him wisdom that I had when I was 20 years old and dating older women at my time. It was some situations and some shit that I know I wasn't ready for.
Like what? Let's expand on this. Well, like what?
Children, for one, because you ain't a woman that's 20 years old. It's a strong possibility that she has a son your age.
God damn it, Shay, you are, oh girl, you jump in my mind. I dated an older woman. I was 20 and she was 42. And she oh man, god damn. Oh wait. That motherfucker boy. Oh wait.
Wait a second.
Hey, but that was just like, it was just a situation that I said, me being 20, I enjoyed 19 going on 20. I enjoyed the sex and everything like that. but it was just things that I really wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for the emotional ties. I wasn't ready to just settle down for real, for real. I enjoyed what that situation had to offer. I wasn't ready to just on Friday nights, just hey, we sit up and watch TV. On Sundays, we sit up and watch we watch a movie Sunday afternoon after she cooked dinner and everything and sit back and watch TV. I wasn't ready for those things. I wasn't ready for
Domestication.
I wasn't ready for that. I'm 19, I'm 20 years old. I wasn't ready for that. But then the situation came up that really just had me just snap out of it because we had a conversation. She said, do you want kids one day? And I said, absolutely. I said, I want at least 2 or 3 kids one day to carry on my namesake and my legacy.
Right.
She said, well, I can't have no more kids. I don't want any more kids. My kids are grown. She had a, she had a daughter that was 25, and she had a daughter that was 25, and then she had a daughter that was 22. So she
so her daughters were older than you?
Yeah. Yep. 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 And the 22-year-old, she stayed over at the house and everything, and the mom never wanted me to stay. Like if I was meeting her at the house, she'd say, wait till I get to the house. I said, ain't your daughter? She did not want me around her daughter for some reason. And
because
I'm like,
she was afraid you was gonna start dating her daughter.
But she had my nose so wide open and everything at that time and everything. But
her daughter was closer to your age. She was afraid of the competition.
But the thing was with the kids, and she said, I don't want no more kids. I can't have no more kids. I don't want any more kids. My kids are grown. I'm good. Because the oldest girl had a baby, so she was a grandmother. So that was the thing. She said, baby, she said, we could just have fun because this can't go no further than this. You want kids. I can't give you what you want. So that was a harsh reality. And that made me snap back into it and everything like, hey, I shouldn't even be in this situation. And I would give that same advice to my son. I would tell him, son, you got to sit. These are things you got to weigh out. And that same thing, vice versa, for a girl and a guy. Your daughter, hey, this man is 20 years older than you. He may already be set, don't want no kids, and you may want kids. And if this man say, I'm not gonna have no more kids, I done got a vasectomy. But you say you swear up now you love him and you want to be with him. Do you still be with him? You want your own kids. You want to experience motherhood. And
so what if having children is not part of your life plan?
If having children is not part of the life plan, I feel that you still probably won't be ready. I mean, you still have to give them the foundation, let them know it's an emotional thing. It's a soul tie. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm whispering too. Because I don't want my ass whooped. But I'm going to tell you, I remember when I was with that older lady, and you know me, I'm young and stuff. Only thing I knew, hey, when we was in school, what they teach us? Condom, safe sex. Man, I was with this lady, man, and I called myself trying to pull out the condom and slide it on. She said, what are you doing? I said, I'm putting on this condom. No, baby. No, sugar. I don't do this with everybody. She said, no. And
you mean to tell me you let yourself fall for the okie doke?
I fell for the banana in the tailpipe.
For the banana in the tailpipe, because I do not care if it's about I already can't have babies. I can't have babies, but you can still catch AIDS.
But you can still catch kids too, because you can still get pregnant.
That's what messed me up. I done soul tied with this lady, and it just really messed me up because when I did decide to move on and everything, I hated myself for it because she felt like that she can just pick up the phone anytime and say, run me that meat, or come on over, I need to see you. And my dumb ass, I could be at the crib chilling with my little girlfriend and stuff, or get ready to go to the movies. I used to try to figure out ways to get. It was crazy, man. It was crazy, but that was something. That was a phase of life that, like I said, that's something that I would have to explain to my son by dealing with an older woman, and vice versa. Women dealing with older men and everything. They may take care of you or provide for you and everything, but it's more to it than it's more to it than may come with the territory. They may be demanded. They may not want you to go hang out with your girlfriend.
I think situations like that, then those relationships are not built on mutual respect. They can't be.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to respect somebody basically where they are.
Yep.
Where
Let
they
me
are
give
in
you an
life.
example. I have a friend, he's like 31, and he's, well, maybe I'm gonna say 30, and he's dating an older woman who's like in her 50s, right?
Mm-hmm.
She has a son living with her who's like the same age, 31. So them folks in there playing video games together and all this other stuff. Now, me as a woman, you taking care of basically 2 kids.
2 grown ass kids.
Two
Now,
grown-
is she taking care of both of these men, or is it just that? Or do they take care? Do they have jobs?
They do. He has a job. I don't think her son does.
Okay.
The boyfriend has a job. But I mean, huh?
No, because I'm just like, it's men of all ages that are gamers.
Right. But what I'm saying is that she's dating someone the same age as her son, and they in there playing on the game like they teenagers together, and she taking care of them like they mama, like she's 20 years older than this dude. This dude is the same age as her son, and she's dating him, and they in there playing on video games together. It's just crazy to me that you would date somebody who's playing video games with your child. That's my thing. I mean, if it were my son dating an older woman, I would want to, before he got into a commitment like that, I would make sure that he had other dating experiences first. Because again, dating somebody older with older children or children, period, that's a lot. That's a lot for somebody to handle, not just children, but that older person in general. They're on a different level, a whole nother page. So I just think that there may be some things that you can't handle, but dating a 56-year-old and you up there playing video games with a child, that's a red flag for me. But that's
I don't see that. I don't see that as a red flag.
You don't?
No, because you're like, well, they're over there playing video games with that person's child. First of all, they're the same age. Okay. Second, they are, even if they weren't the same age, and if they both enjoyed gaming, like say she was with a guy who was in his 50s that enjoyed gaming, would that still be a problem to you if they played video games together?
No.
Okay, so the problem is not that they are playing games together. The problem is that they are the same age.
The problem, yes, because to me,
so let me ask you this: is this man mistreating your friend?
No, it's the dude that was my friend.
Okay, and so did she mistreat him in any way? Did he mistreat?
She did.
Okay, that's his, because he can be mistreated in any relationship.
You can
if he allows
it. If you allow it, you can be mistreated at any level. But my comparison was, it was just odd to me that you dating this woman and you playing video games up in her house, and her son is living there with y'all as you having this relationship.
I guess maybe I look at how would this person treat me? How is this person going to handle my heart? Because I can meet somebody today that's 50 and is going to treat me like trash.
Oh yeah, that's anybody nowadays.
You know, And I can also meet somebody that's 30, that's on top of his game, you know, that's got a house, education, you know, got his business together, treats my heart like gold. Do I shuffle this dude off because of the age difference and go try to find me a 50-year-old that's gonna do all of that?
No, but my thing is I could see the age thing, but where my thing is that this woman has a grown son living up under the roof, and y'all having a whole relationship. Like y'all having sex with this woman's grown 31-year-old son right next door to you.
That's his bad for listening at night. He should have enough get up and go about himself to go get his own place. But no, that's not that. And you know, are we sure that this wasn't a roommate type situation? My mom, right today, lives with me now. So it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things that have to go into consideration. Now I understand where everybody's coming from about those, you know, those age difference relationships having a lot of problems. But I think a lot of the arguments, once people become adults, and by adult, I actually mean 25. I'm not saying 18 in one day. I'm saying 25 when you've had some time to be an adult. Once they become around 25 years old, I feel like at that time they can go ahead and make those decisions, because another 20-year-old can take you through the ringer. And they can have some experiences that will mess you up.
Yep, that's true.
And not everybody has, you know, you got people that's late bloomers, you got people that started blooming when they was 9. And by the time they 21, they are experts at you know, at breaking hearts. You know, so I think it's really, like I said, I think it's all a matter of mutual respect for one another. And you have to treat that relationship, you know, when there's an age gap like that, you have to treat that relationship as if you would treat any other relationship. There are going to be things like when the guy I'm with told me he didn't know who Wu-Tang was, I had to call my sister. My sister was like, it's time for you to get rid of him. I was like, nah, I'm going to teach him about Wu-Tang. You know, you're going to run up against stuff like that, of course. You know, where there is that cultural difference, because that's all that is. That's a cultural difference. You grew up in a different time, in a different place than this person. You know, but as far as the respect goes, as far as the love goes, you know, as far as goals, you know, needs, wants, desires, we are on the same track. You know, but
see, that comes with communication and maturity, because everybody don't have it.
Exactly.
You know, and a 20-year-old is still learning.
Right.
You know? So a 40-year-old has already been through some stuff. So I would not tell my son, because it's not my place. If it was my son, I wouldn't tell him, hey, you can't date this person. But I would give the advice of, okay, you know what, this person has more life experience than you, has been through some things, may have been hurt. So just be careful while getting to know this person.
Yeah.
You know,
until I agree with that.
You know, don't, you know, see what they gonna do if they receive the gift of your heart. Because you're not going into the relationship wanting to get your heart broke. You're going in wanting to give them your heart. And that comes with trust and communication and, you know, time. So if it, you know, I would just hope that, you know, they would be able to grow and learn together so that they can have a successful relationship, if that's what it's meant to be. But, you know. Right. So you got to watch where these people are coming. And if I see, like you said, if I see something that I don't agree with, I can only voice my opinion. What you do with it from there is on you. But I'm not just, you know, I can't tell you to break up with them. I don't have no control. You're 20 years old. You're making your way in the world now. My time is up. You know, it's 15, 16, I could say, no, you can't see them no more. But now you're 20, you better be in your own spot. I can't tell you who to see. I can only be there and support you.
Right.
So,
I agree.
that's all you can do. Smooth, why you on mute?
It look like you're talking on the phone.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, yeah.
So I have a question, something I was thinking about earlier
Okay.
today. Whenever you look at your past relationships and you were with somebody who just disappointed you,
Yeah.
just do you ever, the thought I had today was, did that person disappoint me? How did that person disappoint me? Was it because I had some expectations that I didn't let him know? And so when he didn't live up to the expectations that I had in my head that I hadn't expressed to him, when he didn't live up to that, is that how I got disappointed in this relationship? Do you understand where I'm going?
I do. I
Mhm.
do. I think the disappointment is that, yes, in our head we create this fantasy of what we want the relationship to look like, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we build this, we expect for it to play out in some kind of way, especially if you've kind of communicated, hey, this is where I am. We had these feelings, we building all this stuff. So when it happens, then boom, okay, here's the disappointment. And on top of which you invested your time in this person.
Mm-hmm.
So you're more, I don't know if it's that we're disappointed it didn't go to where we wanted to be, or that we spent and invested all that time into trying to build it,
Right.
the whole construction process. Because I went through that, but at the end of the day, you have to accept your part in it, I guess. No, and
Mm-hmm.
forgive yourself for um I get I don't know if this is the right term, but forgive yourself for pouring into it at some point. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like
Mhm.
kicking yourself, like, dang, I did this, dang, I did that.
Right.
But I was in a relationship. Those are the things that I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to
Correct.
be able to, say this to this person, to care for this person, to cook for this person, because we're in a whole ass relationship.
To drop
So
it
you
off.
just have to give yourself that grace for investing in them. So yeah, did I answer your question? Was that what you was looking for?
That's what I was
Uh,
looking for.
yeah, yeah, because I guess I don't know why I was at work. I was in the bathroom, and for whatever reason, well, what it is today is actually one of my ex's birthdays, and
Oh,
I was like, why? What was it? Because he and I had an excellent relationship until it wasn't,
right.
and
I was there.
it was like, what happened? And then I was literally sitting there thinking, and I was like, he didn't do what I expected him to do, but did I ever tell him what I expected
Right.
and give him the opportunity to either say, yes, I'm going to try to live up to that expectation, or no, I'm just going to get off here because I'm not going to do that. And so the question is, do we go into relationships and actually lay out what our expectations are?
Right.
I would think that if you come in, if you state, okay, we kind of one on one or whatever, or we growing this relationship, I would think that at some point, and well, let me not say, I would assume that, we would be growing together, but I guess you cannot assume. You have to state. And when I was in my previous relationship, I felt like we had those conversations of
Mm-hmm.
where we were going and what we were doing and how we were feeling. We had the check-in moments,
Uh-huh.
So, but I think that some people just don't have the maturity to handle adult relationships or even end adult relationships, and they just self-destruct relationship instead of saying the words. They'd rather get caught maybe cheating instead of saying, baby, it's over. I don't know. But I mean, it was kind of out the blue for me that we ended.
Right.
Wow.
There was no, it might have, it may have been red flags and I just ignored them. Let me say that there were red flags and I ignored them because I wanted the relationship. I wanted us to work and to build a future together.
Right.
So
Wow.
I have to forgive myself for ignoring the red flags and trying to build something that may not have been meant to be. And because it was kind of funny, you said that today's your ex's birthday. Yesterday on in my timeline, a picture of my ex popped up, and I was like, "Dang it! I thought I got rid of all these." You know. You know how Google Photos does the collages and the
Yes.
one popped up. I was like, dang. I thought I got rid of it. So I had to go back and find that picture and put it over and get rid of it. So it's just crazy, you know?
Yeah.
We was
Man.
waiting on you, sir.
Right.
I ain't say a word, man. I'm just up here letting y'all go down memory lane and stuff and jogging y'all little memories and stuff and having y'all little mementos. Hey, y'all got any orgasms or Shay shares anything today?
Nah, not today.
Okay. We'll be right back at it next week, though. We're going to be right back at it next week, man. We want to just thank our listeners
Thank
for
you.
tuning in, man. Like, share, and subscribe to our video, man. We really appreciate you guys. We're going to keep on putting out content and everything. Shay go get off here and work on a thumbnail for it and everything. And we appreciate you guys for tuning in. To our crew members that ain't here, you bastards owe a $5 fine. like,
Dang,
like
$5.
hey, like dressing them. $5, $5.
It's gay anime.
Hey, we gonna mix your fine with the 5 heartbeats and the Temptations. So we
Lord have mercy.
Fines in, but hey, we thank you guys for tuning in, man. We the crew, man. We out of here, y'all. Peace.
Bye.
My family.
I don't mean to be sweating you. All I wanna do is just talk to you.